Yo, what it do, peeps? Everybody that knows me knows I'm a diehard Chiefs fan. All day. Y'all see it back there. But yesterday's game, I really have no excuse, and I'm not trying to make no excuses. But just some things that I noticed was weird about the Chiefs yesterday. I didn't recognize that team yesterday. Now, before I get in a little too deep, I want to just show y'all the entrance of the Chiefs first, followed by the Eagles. You're going to notice subtle differences, but I'm going to let y'all evaluate your own opinion first, watching it, and then I'll give my feedback. So, here's the Chiefs. All right. Just normal. You know, they coming out, doing what they do before the game. You know, they're casual. Nobody's hyped. Nobody's like jumping up and this and that and blah, blah, blah. There's none of that. They're acting like, and I wouldn't even say like this is a regular game. I don't know what that is. Now the Eagles. Take a look at the Eagles, how they come out. If you look at some of those players, you know, they head bobbing, you know, they ready, like, open the gates. I'm trying to get out and tear something up. The Chiefs wasn't like that. So it's like, if this is how you start in the game, and you're not motivated from the gates, something is wrong with you. Like, it's not going to be a good outcome. You know what I mean? Like, but after this, you know, the Chiefs could have demolished them, or they could have demolished us. I'm not saying this is an excuse of why we lost or by any way, shape, or form. But to start the game, you casually just strolling through the tunnel like this is a preseason game. The Eagles just look more focused and more fired up. And maybe it's because they had more to play for. You know, they're playing for revenge from a couple years ago. They're the underdogs. Everybody's counting them out. Everybody's talking about Hurts this, Hurts that, the receivers, and whatever it is. The Chiefs, you know, as far as record-wise, they had an amazing season. They had a good run through the playoffs. Yeah, Mahomes hasn't been looking like the Mahomes of old, but he's getting the W's. Same with Kelsey. You know, they're getting the W's. But they don't have much motivation outside of a three-peat. And yeah, that's a big thing, but I don't think they were as psyched up as they were in the past. I don't know why. I'm not speculating why either. It could be fear, it could be intimidation, it could be, I don't know. They were burnt out, maybe they was out all night. I don't know. I'm not speculating anything. I'm just saying from that moment, I noticed something was different. Then you get to the game. When you talk about the first penalty where everybody is like, that shouldn't have been a pass interference and A.J. Brown. But if you guys go back and watch that clip, the defender had those lenses, so you can't put your hand inside. The first time, it was 2 times he went to his face. The first time it was more of a little grab, but because he got that lens, he couldn't get all the way in, so he let go. The second time he did it again. That's pass interference. I don't care what level of football you're playing. You can't just randomly, you don't have a ball. It's not a stiff arm. You know what I mean? You're gaining an advantage by doing that. So, again, that was a call. You can say it went our way, whatever the case may be. But then we get to third down. Hurts throws a high pass over his receiver. For some strange reason, our defender dives head first to try to, I guess, block the pass, but it was already gone. So what are you doing? So in live action, it looks like helmet-to-helmet contact, which was a good call by the ref. But when you look at the replay, there was no helmet-to-helmet contact. The offensive guy put his hand between their helmet. There was no contact. So maybe that's something that Andy Reid should have threw the red. It was too early for that. So I get it. And then what happens next? They score off that. That should have been turnover or downs. Instead, they got a touchdown. Now we get on offense. Mahomes just doesn't look right. Yeah, they're pressuring him, but his scrambling was more of just to get away, not necessarily try to get downfield like he normally does. And it seems like he'll look downfield and then he'll look at the defense. And now his focus is on the defense, not what's going on downfield. But even so, it's third down. He throws a basic pass to Kelsey. Kelsey drops it for a first down. Turnover or downs. Now Eagles get it back. Now at this point, we're playing good, whatever the case may be. We get another third down, and the defensive lineman is not offsides yet. He lines up perfect. For some reason, he moves his arm up, and now he's offsides. What? You can see the ball. You can see him clearly. I'm watching it with my son, and I'm like, man, that dude is offsides. I hope the refs don't call it. They call it. What happens? They go forward, get a first down, touchdown. So that's 14 points or 2 scores that we just, it's us, mental breakdowns. And yeah, Eagles are stopping us, but still, Kelsey drops what should have been a first down, turnover. We get 2 dumb plays, and they score off both of them. What is going on? It's hard to come back from that. And then we ain't going to talk about the interceptions. It's like, Mahomes, you don't see they have a spy there. So you throw it to where you think your receiver is, and there's a spy right there. So all he does is moves over, interception. His second interception, the offensive line bumped into him. So it ends up being a bad pass, but without the bump, it would have been a good pass. The receiver was open, but he bumped them off his target. Interception, touchdown. You can't do that in the Super Bowl. I don't care who you playing. Regardless of the defense, you can't beat yourself. And again, Eagles played immaculate defense. I'm not taking anything away from them, but on top of that, we can't do dumb stuff to hurt ourselves. And that's what we were doing that, clearly. Then it's like Hopkins is wide open. He stumbles for no reason. One hand goes here, one goes there. And it's like, what the hell is that? Like, is this real? Is this really happening? No. And then Mahomes is throwing passes too low, or he got a guy 5 yards ahead, throws it over his head. What? So the first half, Tom Brady's like, Chiefs have been here before. I've been there before. I beat Atlanta. I came back, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to do that, because we were already shell-shocked for whatever reason coming through the tunnel. And then we come out playing like this. This game is over. We stopped Saquon, but that's all we did. We didn't do nothing else. It's like our game plan was just to stop Saquon, and there was nothing else outside of that. We just thought everything was just going to fold and we were going to do good. But it didn't happen like that. So from what I seen in the tunnel, it was weird. A lot of plays we were doing, weird. A lot of dumb plays we were doing, weird. And then all of a sudden, in the third and a little bit of fourth, Mahomes started looking like Mahomes. But by then, it's too late. Jalen Hurts is, dot, run. He's going crazy. So it's too late now. Your defense is tired because they got 1,000 defensive possessions to the offense having like 6 or 10 maybe. Them boys is tired. Jones is like knee hurting, neck hurting. People are struggling to get up. Like, come on, man. By then it's done. But hats off to the Eagles. They had our number. You know what I mean? Like, they just looked like they were more prepared and more ready than we were. That Chiefs team, like, I don't know who that team was. I've never seen a team play that bad overall. Like, I've seen Atlanta play the worst half of football ever, but the Chiefs played the worst total game that I've ever seen in a Super Bowl. all playoff, all regular season. Like, no points in the first half. What? And then you're scraping up little gimme touchdowns and this and that. I'm like, come on now. What are we watching? What are we doing? Now next year, if let's say everybody comes back from the Eagles, everybody comes back for the Chiefs, we're also getting one of our best receivers back, Rice. Then we're also going to have a super healthy Pacheco. This Pacheco in the Super Bowl was like 75, 80% Pacheco. Kareem Hunt was barely out there. I don't know what we were doing. I don't know why we didn't try running the ball. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. Hopkins, if he's still there, he gets a chance to build up that chemistry because Hollywood Brown missed the whole regular season. And this is his first time with us. He didn't play until the playoffs. So he's still trying to build up chemistry too. So it's kind of a weird offense. So if they're saying Mahomes, probably had his worst season of his career, well, he didn't have anybody out there. Like, he had Kelsey out there, but Hollywood Brown didn't play until the playoffs. Hopkins came late in the season, so they got to build chemistry, which was hard to do. Worthy was the only one that he really just had as far as receiver there from day one. And that's a little guy deep threat, or screen, whatever the case may be. So they were trying to build chemistry in a season, and it was tough. It was hard. But again, these aren't excuses. I'm just saying next year, if we have all these guys back, great. I mean, Rice comes back, Hollywood Brown there day one, Hopkins there day one, and Rice there day one. We got a scary team. But I'm not mad or sad about this loss. I mean, we won 3 Super Bowls in the past, 5 years or so. So, we lost. Okay, big deal. We'll be back. But let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. Again, no hate or anything to the Eagles. Eagles did their thing. I give them props. Hurts looked great. I said in the first half, he's the MVP, period. Saquon got shut down. It is what it is. Their D-line, Sweat. I didn't know Sweat before that game. And F Sweat. Nah, props to Sweat. Sweat did his thing. But, yeah, their defense held it down. Philly was just a better team that day, and they played great, and we played terrible. So, again, let me know your thoughts on that. Don't forget to like the video and also sub up. There's more to come. All right, peeps, y'all hold it down.